Barry Allen. I am the fastest man alive.
Good evening everybody, how are we all doing? I hope having a good week so far. So today is Wednesday the 20th of May 2015 and I'm here to review last night's most amazingly epic Season 1 finale of The Flash, episode 23, titled Fast Enough. They weren't kidding when they said that this episode was going to be full of emotions, because there was a lot of emotions between Barry and his dad, Iris and Eddie, and even at one point we see a wedding, totally unexpected, and also Barry and his mother, and even Barry and Joe as well. So a lot of emotions. If you were teary, I hope you had a lot of tissues to wipe away those tears, because it was heavy. But the main reason for this episode, the main story, was basically now everybody knows Harrison Wells is not the Harrison Wells. He's actually Eobard Thawne, who has taken Harrison's identity. We're going back 15 years. We'll remember the episode Who is Harrison Wells. Basically, Eobard Thawne is the Reverse Flash who's come back in time to kill Barry as a kid, but his plan was foiled by future Barry, who comes back in time with him, stops him, and because he can't get back to his original timeline, which we believe was either 23rd or 25th century, one of those two, Reverse Flash is stuck in this present timeline, so he has to find a way to get back home, but he has to accelerate the process in A, the building of S.T.A.R labs, and B, getting Barry hit by the lightning to become the Flash. He reveals all of this to Barry in the episode, and then basically he offers Barry a deal. He basically says, look, I just want to get back to my time, but to do that I need you to help me, and if you do this, then I can allow you to go back in time and change everything that has happened. And it's like, the first thing I thought to myself was, Flashpoint paradox. Okay, I was like, if you save your mother, Flashpoint paradox is going to hit. And I thought, please don't do it. But he decides to go along with it. Everybody else, well, Joe in particular, to my surprise, agrees with the idea. He believes he should do it. Everybody else is thinking, should he, shouldn't he? But then eventually they all, understand why Barry wants to do it, why Barry should do it. But let's just say things do not go according to plan. And something happens that we didn't expect. Some of you might have expected it, I certainly didn't expect it, because now it answers the question, what does this mean for the Reverse Flash? Okay, what does it mean for that character? But I think the biggest thing we can take away from this, and they've already said it for Season 2, multiple universes, ladies and gentlemen. We've already had, I'm going to say 3 timelines in this season. The first one being when the Flash and Reverse Flash came back in time for the Reverse Flash to kill Barry. Reverse Flash is stuck in this timeline. We get to episode, was it 20? I think it was episode 20, where, no, not episode 20, it might have been 18 or 19, whichever episode it was, I can't remember. Rogue Time, where Barry accidentally goes back in time, therefore Cisco wasn't killed by Eobard Thawne, and Iris didn't know that Barry was the Flash. That's the second alternate timeline, I'm guessing. Yes. And then the season finale pretty much opens up, in a way, a third alternative timeline. Am I getting that right? I think I am. Without spoiling the last night's episode, I think that it presents a third sort of timeline universe, essentially. It's great to see this on screen, because never in a million years, of all the comic books that I've read, of all the stories of the Flash over the years that I've read, and I've been reading the Flash quite solidly since about 2006, and all the stories that I've read, never would I have pictured anything of that sort of like, even including Crisis on Infinite Earths as well, way back in '85. Never would I have imagined something of those elements to appear on screen, right in front of my eyes, seeing it happen, and I'm sitting there geeking out like a little kid. Did you notice those few little Easter eggs as well? We saw Caitlin Snow as Killer Frost. We saw the Flash Museum. Barry in prison. Jay Garrick's helmet. That for me was the biggest surprise. Anybody else get shocked about that? That was beautiful. Are we going to see Jay in season 2? Who knows? But he's there. We also saw the characters for the DC's Legends of Tomorrow. We saw Hawkgirl. We obviously saw Ray Palmer. We saw Captain Cold. And there was a mention of Rip Hunter. We saw a time sphere. A fucking time sphere appears on the episode. Now, forget the physics of how it was built so quickly. It's believed that Eobard would have built that time sphere partially because he wants to get back home. He might have taken, I don't know, over the course of 15 years or however long he's been trying to get back home, building that time sphere. He didn't complete it, but with the help of both Ronnie and Cisco, they finished it off, and he actually mentions how Rip Hunter would be pleased. He built the first time sphere. I was just getting he just mentioned Rip Hunter. He knows who Rip Hunter is, but then who wouldn't know who Rip Hunter is? If you're not a time traveller, you wouldn't know who he is. So yeah, so that got me epically geeking out as well. But yeah, the fact that we are going to get multiple universes in season 2. Are we going to see Wally West? Are we going to see Bart Allen? And what has really happened? Actually, do you know what? I'm not even going to say anything, because if I do, then I've spoiled it. But are we going to see these other characters? Are we going to see different iterations of Cisco and Caitlin? Because let's face it, what if this particular version of the Flash that we are seeing on TV is, let's say, Earth 1, and Cisco and Caitlin don't actually have their powers, even though it's been hinted that Cisco may already have his vibe powers. What if that shot of Caitlin Snow as Killer Frost is actually of an alternate Earth? Because here she's married to Ronnie, elsewhere she's Killer Frost. Are we going to see Barry travel to another universe, to another timeline or different parallel universe where Caitlin is Killer Frost and Cisco is Vibe? Are we going to see all of that? Oh my god, the possibilities are effing endless with this show. It is just too good. So, brilliant finale, awesome show. What a way to kick off the first season, and what a way to end the first season as well. I cannot wait to see what season 2 has in store. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping to see all epic crossovers with DC Legends of Tomorrow, and of course Arrow as well again. Who knows if these multiple universes contain Batman and Superman that we can actually see on screen, and even if we don't, if they can somehow, because this will be the perfect opportunity, please Warners and DC, please, perfect opportunity to line it up with the DC cinematic universe in some capacity. Even if he travels to a metropolis that is destroyed after the Zod and Superman fight for Man of Steel, I'm happy with that. If you just arrive there and something's happened, you're thinking, whoa, something epic happened here, that's fine with me, okay? As long as you somehow make that connection, I'll love you forever, Warners and DC. Please, let it happen. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been awesome. As I mentioned last week during my season finale Arrow review, this is it for me for TV reviews. I may do a few here and there, like, you know, pilot for Supergirl, for example. I might do seasons 2 premiere and season 4 premiere Flash and Arrow, possibly DC Legends of Tomorrow as well, but I'm not going to do weekly reviews as I used to do, so this is it basically for me. So I want to thank everybody again who have stuck by me for the past 7 years. For those of you who've been there since the beginning, especially from the Smallville days, thank you very much, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. It has been an amazing ride. But yeah, I'm cutting back essentially, and I'm going to be just like you guys. I'll watch the show, I'll tweet about it, I'll get excited, I'll tweet this, I'll tweet that, I'll watch the trailers and stuff like that and get epically excited. But yeah, so it's going to be awesome. But damn, The Flash, what a show. Thank you all very much. Good night.